Alright, so I just was thinking this just now. This is really important to me. I just was thinking that pain and even injuries are, just important. In the sense that we just gotta view pain and injuries as a chance for new and improved health, because that's exactly all that they do. Um, in a philosophical sense and in a literal biological sense, like these things are just so important to value greatly. Working out, as many people know, is, or at least muscular hypertrophy. Whenever you're growing a muscle, the point of it is to basically break down the muscle. You're tearing up the muscle in order for it to rebuild later when you rest. You don't build muscle, they say, when you work out at the time of working out. You build the muscle later when you rest, and your body rebuilds that muscle with proteins from your food, and yeah, basically from your food. so so eat your protein. And so basically the thing is that we're basically, by working out, we're purposefully injuring ourselves. Literally, we're purposefully injuring ourselves so that we go through the process of new and improved health. And so we have to view every single injury we ever have ever that way. Whether it's like a fall, we fall and we break our leg, or any injury. Because one thing I've seen is that a lot of people in sports, when they get injured, they come back stronger. That's a huge thing, especially in sports where, weightlifting, I'll say. Maybe not in maybe basketball, for example, where maybe the thing is that the thing that brings back a muscle is using it, and people that do exercise for their sport, like weightlifting or calisthenics or whatever that may be, they're literally doing that as their form of activity. So they're getting that in for their most of the time. For a basketball person, they spend, most of their time, 80% of their time, majority of their time playing basketball, and a minority of their time working out maybe. So they're not getting the benefits of rebuilding the muscle how it's supposed to. And maybe, don't eat a high protein diet the same. But that's what I'm saying, is that's, if you look at bodybuilding or stuff like that, the reason I'm saying this is because I just saw that Chris Bumstead has an injury. And, just at first I was like, dang. But then I remembered, what I always say is that every injury that you ever see, especially in working out, the working out field, it's the injury for the most part brings you back stronger. Injuries that are maybe not whatever, maybe I don't know exactly what happened to Ronnie, maybe not exactly injuries like that, but or whatever would have led to that. I don't know if that has to do with any sort of enhancement substance, chemical use on the human body, if that leads to that type of injury. So, maybe same thing with bodybuilders like Chris Bumstead. I'm just saying that, I don't know, most of the time, especially when you're young, you know what I'm saying? Injuries are so important for the body. I have a back problem. I'm not trying to make this too long, but I have a back problem, and I was just had to get this out real quick. But I have a back problem, and when I had it, the first thought was when it happened was man, this is really limiting. I could be low key almost be paralyzed for life. This could really be a limiting thing for my life. I could be I got a sense of what old people in wheelchairs, old people with a cane, old people with that can't where their body's breaking down. I got a taste of that in my 20s, early 20s. You know what I'm saying? So I'm I'm 22 right now, and I was 20 or 21 whenever this happened. And so whenever I got this pain, I'm that I don't know. It really makes you think dang, it's life starts to go downhill from there. But no, it only does if I were to look at it like that. If I were to stay in bed all day and not do anything, and not have gotten really hard into working out and calisthenics like I did after that. Before that, I wasn't super into exercise. And guess what? That's when I ended up with an injury like that. And now that I'm really into it, my back's gotten so much better. I've become so much stronger and so much better of a person in so many other ways. Plus that, like my body, the body is meant to rebuild itself with protein, and its job is to constantly rebuild itself, renew the cells, get rid of old cells and make new cells and rebuild itself. And so that's what I mean in the philosophical sense too. Injuries are so important because injuries are like our natural way of giving our bodies a way to rebuild itself and a time to rebuild itself. And we do that through working out, like, like on purpose. So, I don't know, we should just view injuries as, we should be thankful for injuries as well. The same way we are thankful for soreness from working out, because that injury just is a sign that we have growth that will happen soon that we can do. We have growth to do, not necessarily like growth to do, like we have growth, potential growth that we have access to now, basically. Like, it's like we've gained something. It's not like it's showing you where you're lacking. It's showing you what you have to, it's giving you more. That's how to view it, you see? So, just important to view things with abundance and positivity and thankfulness, and view it with the right way, just all things. Because if you don't view it that way, that's when they go downhill. But if you view it like this injury is a dub, this is a free workout I just got, a literal free hard workout that my body just did by breaking my back. I got a free workout. So think about it like that. I don't care who you are, what you have. There's no way. I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying, like, as long as you can do certain moves, as long as you can do something to strengthen any muscle, your cells, and as long as you can have a mouth and stomach to eat protein, your body will use that enough to eat a gram or over a gram per pound of body weight per day, as long as you're not eating too many calories, because protein calories are always great, as long as you have enough carbs and enough essential fatty acids. Your body will use that protein and will do its job as a body to keep you alive and rebuild and make you more muscle. So that's just all I gotta say, man. That's the value in injury and pain and all those things. Like, that's just the beautiful value in it, and it's so important. And I just want to make sure that, I'm helping other people view these things with positivity instead of, getting down in the dumps whenever they get injured and, feeling sorry for themselves and just wallowing around in their own sadness and pain, instead of viewing it the opposite way, which leads to success and beauty. So, all right, 100, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Fight for the can, let's get it. All right, 100.